You're welcome back to Business 24. Now, to further our discussion on the day's theme, I'm now being joined by Anthony Ikenna. He is the founder of Insta Virtual Reality. Ikenna, thanks very much for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure.
All right, you're welcome. Now, while the vast majority of people understand what Facebook is and the basic services it provides, few understand the concept of the metaverse. Now, please, can you help to shed some more light on this?
Thank you very much for this. Well, like we all know, or some of us know, when we talk about a spatial computing platform that provides a digital experience, an alternative, or a replica to the real world, I think we'll be talking about the metaverse. So it's more like saying it's cyberspace, where you have access to digital facilities, but in this cyberspace, you are represented by what we call an avatar. So in this cyberspace, you have access to 360 degrees of freedom, in that avatar format, where you can access virtual reality. You can meet people from different parts of the world, and these people will be right there physically, not physically, but virtually, and you can interact with them and share information and share data as well. So that is, like the simplistic format of defining what a metaverse is,
Okay, now, when we heard meta in Yoruba, I understood means three. So people were like, and that happened not too long after he visited Nigeria, Lagos to be precise. So people were wondering that he borrowed that name from the Yoruba people of Nigeria. Well, that's by the way. Now, what is the relationship between the metaverse and non-fungible tokens, that is NFTs?
Well, for me, from my understanding, NFTs, has been in existence for a while, and it was born out of the crypto era. So the relationship, I would not say they have a direct relationship. You just have a coexisting value. And when I say coexisting value, is because NFTs are not fungible tokens. They are digital arts. And these digital arts are represented by the value you place on them, it's a value, monetary value and exposure value. So NFTs in its own are value based on who owns the NFT or who created the NFT. So for who owns the NFT, if I'm a celebrity or if I'm popular or if I'm a very well-known figure, and I create a digital art and put a price to it, I give it a value, So that way, that digital art becomes something of value. And in the metaverse, the metaverse is not a physical world; it's a digital world. NFTs will have a very, very big role there because, unlike just like we have gold, we can see and feel gold. Gold is physical to us. NFT is like the gold of the digital space. Like I said, if you add value to digital art, that value comprises of who created it and the amount of, in terms of money you put on it. You give it, you make it like gold in the digital space. So I would not say have a direct relationship. They don't have anything to do with each other. They can exist on their own.
So there is no relationship whatsoever?
Of course not. There is no direct relationship. The NFTs can be used even in the physical world, and it can be represented by digital art, and it can be used by a physical person, and using physical means. Although you cannot, you can represent it, via that digital art. But the metaverse, you can only access the metaverse via, specialized equipment through a specialized platform. And you would only be represented by not your physical self, you will be represented by an avatar. When I say an avatar, a physical representation of yourself in a three-dimensional form in the cyberspace.
Okay. Now, it is expected that the metaverse's evolution will foster incredible creativity and open new horizons for brands, businesses, and the community in general. Now, is Nigeria really prepared for this paradigm shift?
Well, for me, thank you very much for this particular question. I've been wondering, when we talk about development, Nigeria is a developing country, and as a developing country, we will continue to develop. But when we talk about digital technology, for me, the pace at which digital technology develops is faster than the structural development of a developing country. Nigerians, right now, what Metaverse is creating is a connection, a virtual connection where you can express, demonstrate, and showcase your product without being there physically. You're in another world where you have access to, a whole lot of applications that you can use to create digital representation of your work. And you can showcase this to anybody in the world. So for Nigeria as a developing country, well, our digital age is very faster than our economic and structural development. When I say that, is because
Okay, now you've talked about Nigeria. Let's go a little further and extend it to the entire continent of Africa. How quickly can Africa catch up?
you can transport yourself into the cyber world. You can, regardless of where you are, maybe a mud house, it might be an infrastructure. So right now, the digital age, the way the technology is growing, is not just catching up. It's moving so fast that we have no choice than to tag along. Right now we still have bad roads, we still have power issues, we still have, very low infrastructural development. But, that data service is just running very fast. We have no choice. We just have to catch on to it. And once we catch on to it, already infused into the data world, into the cyber world. We need data. We need the email. We need internet. We need to do a lot of things. And we need to send messages. We need to communicate. We need to socialize. So Nigeria is at a stage where we are just, we are at the same time where we are, but the digital age is running so fast that we just have no choice than to just catch on to it.
Now, the metaverse is more than just a virtual reality and augmented reality. That is AR, VR, and AR. Now, the concept includes blockchain technology and Web3. What is blockchain technology based on the emergence of cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens? Are you there? You can.
I'm with you.
You can. Did you get that?
I'm with you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. You got my question, right?
Yes, just repeat it a bit. I think there was a little bit distortion.
Okay, I'm trying to say that the metaverse is more than just a virtual reality and augmented reality. This concept includes blockchain technology and Web3. And the question now is, what is the future of blockchain technology based on the emergence of cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens?
Well, for me, like we always say, the metaverse on its own, it's a lot of it's a lot of things, a lot of things bring about what the metaverse is. And, the blockchain technology has been there, and, the cryptocurrencies have been there, but the metaverse, like the universe, it's in cyberspace. And, here you have access to be present. I will not say omnipresent, but, you have access to be present in that virtual space where you can do a lot of things. There's this application called Immersed. It's an application where you can have meetings with your co-workers wherever they are, and they can see the way you interact. You see your hand movement, you see your eye movement, and you can share documents. It's like they're there with you. So for cryptocurrencies, the role cryptocurrencies have, which is already in existence, it's amplified in the metaverse, because in the metaverse you only have cryptocurrencies. You can definitely transact with your digital currencies and all that, but this value we give cryptocurrencies is more appreciated in the metaverse, because this is how you trade easily across the world with no restrictions of rates, exchange, and all that. You don't have any kind of economic factor determining the value of your currency. This is where the value of the cryptocurrencies will be, well appreciated and all that.